Sorry, Mr. Bowman, could you run that by me one more time, please?
Oh, very funny. Here we go. Docked at the International Space Station. And any more of your fun and games, mate, and you'll be hearing from my solicitors forthwith.
I'd like to apologise for my behaviour, Mr. Bowman, the other day. I'm sorry, Mr. Bowman, did you say space station?
Yes.
It was unprofessional. There'll be no more joking about it in the future.
Good, fair enough. What are you going to do about this issue?
I realise we put the engine on, but I'm sorry, we don't deal with the maintenance of them.
It's under warranty.
Well, if you'd read the small print, Mr. Bowman,
I don't
I'm sure you'd see it was
mate.
parts, labour,
Help me
and
out
any
here.
mechanical issues only. I do feel partly responsible, and I'll try and help you out. So I do know a company who has dealt with things like this before. They're called Spaced Vet. The guy in charge, he's the one with the stutter, long nose and big teeth.
How the hell am I going to see him from up here? What's his name?
His name is Elon Tusk.
Stupid.
Elon Tusk.
Beautiful morning. I'm not taking that home, but look at this. I have took bigger things home, believe me, but that lovely big core, isn't it? Look. God, huge. Hey, bone! Yeah! Oh, I've missed. It's bone, isn't it? Yeah, that's bone. Oh, I've missed you, Bonio. Oh, it's in the shape of nearly a love heart, so it must have missed me. Beautiful. Oh, so pleased to see a bit of bone. If I'm upside down. I'm starting to heavy breathe now. Look at this. What do you think? Me too. I'm not assuming you'll find it interesting, but are you serious? That's an interesting. Oh, I love little curios like that. Look at that, look. Curio. Get it? Fucking hell, that's pure accident. No pun intended. I'll get my coat. What do you reckon? Am I gonna Loveloir this? Yep, I do. Look. Such a beautiful piece of flint. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the colour, the depth of the colour. Overlooks as nice when it's dry. Onward and upward. Wee boy. Look at that, very similar to the piece last week. But look at this absolute beaut. I love it. Look at this. I don't even know. Phew. I know for sure I haven't found a better example of a Loveloir flake than that. That is a fucking beauty, mate. It really is really lovely. It's too big, isn't it? Get a load of that. Lush or what? even say anything, even though I just did. That defeated the object. Last. Oh, I'm not cooked. How could, is it possible to question that, innit? So beautiful. The bone is dead. I didn't realise, because I haven't been searching for the worked flint before, but I didn't realise the worked flint just comes to life at this time of year. So now I can hunt all year round, which is lovely. Look at that, look. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Oh yeah, that's what, get in my pocket, you. That's something I'd like to ask. I'm sure there's some bird watchers watching. Remember this one from earlier? Look. Stunner. That's looking nice. If there's any bird watchers watching, I just wondered, or anyone really, who is observant, and which I'm sure all of my subscribers are, because if you're into fossils, you've probably got many interests. Has anyone seen as many swifts and swallows this year yet as they normally do? Because I feel there's a decline of this year for some reason. So I'm very interested to know if there's anything going on there. Bit ugly. There it goes. Who am I to talk? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Oh, I can see that on the way. Look at that. I don't believe it. That's another bit of rib, isn't it? I'm sure that's another bit of mammoth rib. I'll be able to glue one together soon, I believe. I love it. Whoa! Oh, look at that. I know I named one the other week Slabberford, but come on. Rain, I think it's supposed to rain, so I'm going to move back. Way up. Way up. Oh, fuck me, that's a lovely bit of bone. Oh, thanks, because I can't believe it. Oh, this looks like a large piece of antler. I say antler, but like, it does look like antler or leg bone, or I'll have to have a proper look at home, obviously. Actually, I think it's a Paleolithic shin pad. What do you reckon? No way. That's apt, considering that the old what's name's coming, it had the Euros on. Is that something? Yeah, just inclusion. Lovely. What a lush piece of bone, man. Thank you very much. Don't know if I'm thanking, but like, I'll thank them anyway. I'm trying to whip them before any more the rain comes. How is that like that? I can't see. Oh, hang on, let me look at it first. Oh my god. That is what it looks like. But then I've just found the nicest bit of work flint I've ever found, and that's including hand axes. Seriously, I can't really tell out here because I've got it flash on the camera now either. So, can you see it? Can you see it on the camera on the big screen or something? Fuck no, I better be careful not to break that off. That is lush, mate. No way, that is beautiful. Hang on, is that? What's that? It's not too good, no. Okay, no way, mate. Please be that. Please look like that. Look at that. I can't take it. This is exciting for me. This, because as I'm researching these finds, I'm all the time I'm getting confirmation on the stuff I have found previously, and it's so exciting. Because you gradually feel your knowledge getting closer the more you read, and every time I do one of these take a closer looks, I'm learning so much more, and there's still obviously so much more I don't know. And I've noticed that they like to categorise flint tools and stuff and this, like, but like, so it's very strange because on the one hand you can categorise them, but like it doesn't work really in any greater sense because it's just as confusing, but you do start getting the drift eventually, I think. So I'll start off with, as you can see at the back, this is obviously a rib, mammoth rib, and this is obviously, I always say obviously, but it's not always obviously, is it? But I've seen these ribs. This is probably the smallest end. Well, that looks like an end piece there, actually, that bit. So this isn't of this rib, obviously. Obviously, all the ribs are different sizes anyway. I'm whittering on a bit there, aren't I? But either way, you can see the pattern, the groove all the way along, and it gets more accentuated as it goes to the end here. So I'm chuffed with that. Like, it's great. All different trips. I've got two bits on one trip, and this is the last one, and this was the big one a little while back, this one's stunning. I've shown you before, but I just got to look at the honeycomb centre in there. Look at that for preservation. It's a stunning thing. Yeah, there you can see it. Sorry about that. Shape of that, look. Anyway, so that's my rib that's getting bigger and bigger. Slabbertha the second. Very, very dense bit of bone, this. Very weighty. So straight, it's almost like a straight edge, look. Alright, with a bit of a curl in the middle. Beautiful. Absolute stunning piece of antler. Could be red deer, could be reindeer. It's a lovely section of antler. It all begun with the antler. Loving that. Honestly, I keep chuckling. I was almost in tears earlier when I was finding out certain things about some of these bits, because it's just not. It's not just knowing. It's the confirmation, the realisation of how special things are that you find, and that's what it is. Yeah. So sometimes you forget you're finding them because they're beautiful objects, and that you forget that because your main thing is to find stuff until you get off the beach, and then you start taking in what you found. You don't really take it in until a lot later, and then all of a sudden you get the buzz of the find of what it really is, and it's just so exciting, I tell you. Oh, it's making me have dimples on the side of my face. Right, enough about that. Right, rubbish. Debitage. So they say about scrapers, they say scrapers they, like I said, they like to put them into brackets. You get side scrapers and end scrapers. That's one easy categorisation. So, excuse my sniff. So, previous scraper, and they can be made from flake or blade. So that's that previous find I showed you. And a blade scraper is normally sharpened on both ends to be used normally, or at least one or two of the ends, they say. So that was just an example. A side scraper, whereas, can either be one long side sharpened or both long sides sharpened, normally with a thicker bit at the butt and leading up to a point. That is another categorisation for a side scraper. So that's, and obviously if it's a flake, it'll have the bulb, which is here. You can't see the lines in this, sometimes you can feel them. But anyway, let's get to the point of baffling on here, right? Oh, I mustn't show you that straight away, that's the exciting one. So this is where I have trouble with, say like here, right, this, when I saw this I thought, yeah, look, that looks like retouch, don't it? It does to me, and this would make a good scraper, but then I get confused by the back. Now, is that later damage? You see, I do require help every now and then if anyone can tell me answers when I'm saying these things. But look, it's very sharp, this is, so I'm going to say it's a sharp a scraper, but not the most attractive scraper, but it's a scraper. But you see, these things, they're not attractive all the time, and then when you do find something that's in good condition, oh my god, the difference is just stunning. Again, you see, at one point I started thinking this is just wastage, but if you actually look at closer, it's got very sharp edges, or would have had. So you see, I'm going to go with side scraper for this again. You can see the percussive lines going across here, so flakes come across here. Whether that's a previous flake or flaked after, I wouldn't be able to tell you that. Look at that. And David Thomas told me last week, he said something I didn't know, which was the black flint is normally the best quality, so he's been led to believe. So yeah, it looks quality, doesn't it? It's funny that, because it does. And let's look at that. It's just, it looks like pure black. It's beautiful flint. Okay, so then we go to this, and this one's been baffling me for days. I kept thinking, is it something? Is it just an old core? Is it not? No, but look, when you start taking in what's going on here, this is a lovely side scraper again. Beautiful thing. You can just about make out the percussive lines there where the light's shining on it. So the platform, and it makes sense that the platform looked like it was here, but then it looks like there's a platform there as well, doesn't it? Either way, I do know that is retouch, isn't it, to make that edge like that. So maybe this was, because it's deep as well, maybe this was a end scraper of some description. When we say scraper, we say for scraping hides, cleaning up wood. They used to work wood with it into things, and bone as well, sharp flint and that. You could have two scrapers either side running down like a bit of bone, and take a chunk of bone out to make a then take that and make a needle out of it with some more precision tools. Very interesting. Okay, right, next one we're going to go with this. Look at this. Oh, so pretty. This is where things start getting interesting. Got a cortex strip on the side here. There's your bulb, look, where the light's shining. Bulb of percussion, you can see the rings just about with the light shining on. So it's definitely a flake. And then you look at this edge, look at this, look. That's retouch. So I'm assuming they've sharpened this edge for a little thumbnail scraper, isn't it? A little thumbnail scraper. Get a good purchase on that, that'd work lovely, I reckon. But for me, just look at the facets on it. Do you not think that is beautiful? it's funny because when you look at rocks before, some very occasionally natural rocks come out looking pretty, but when you see worked flint, there's something about it. It's just because you've never seen natural stuff like it. You never noticed it before, but now you know that that's been worked by someone. It becomes so much more special. Great. Again, I hummed and hawed over this one, but kept trying to find. I mean, now there's issues on, but now I can tell you what's going on here. Look, you know. So this area here has been retouched. Look, there's two flakes taken off of this. Probably a soft hammer like an antler or something. Mate, I don't think that's percussive. But I mean pressure flaking. So there you go. You got the. It's been worn off a lot now. I didn't know whether this was broken off, but when you look there, look. You can see the lines there. Anyway, I'll just show you. I'm pretty sure that's. You see, to me, it looked more like it was an end scraper. But then what I did notice was, oh, it wasn't on that one, was it? No. Anyway, again, a lovely bit of flint. Not bad at all. Can't argue with that. Are you ready for this? Because now it starts getting really good. Right, almost similar to this one here, isn't it? Right, but a much nicer version coming up. Look at this. Now, if that isn't one of the nicest bits of flint I've ever found, the colour, the shape. Now, for me, this looks young. Now, that's where it gets confusing. I'm having trouble with the age, because I've been led to believe where I go hunting on the coastline, I'm led to believe that the majority of the finds there are Paleolithic. But so if that is the case, then surely this has got to be upper, not lower, because it would be more recent. And because look at the condition of it. Surely it wouldn't have stayed this good like that. Otherwise, would it? Oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's almost like a. Oh look, it's almost like a Paleolithic plectrum. Trying to get it close so focus on it so you can see it properly. I've got to remember not to keep spinning it like last week. I started generating wind power with the fossils. Look at that. I don't really think I need to explain anything. I mean, this is so beautifully marked. It was like it was done yesterday. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that is... On it, I swear this is one of mine. It's up there with a hand axe, something that pretty. That is bloody beautiful. My God, I love that. It's one of my best finds next to what I'm going to show you in a minute. That is 8. I'm going to keep that in the middle so I can keep looking at it. Are you ready for this one? Oh God, this is... Remember the other week I found this, and I've been dying to find one like this. And by the way, that's another thing. Now I've been doing more research in that, you know, I'm seeing things that I didn't see before. Like, basically, I'm seeing the retouch where I wasn't seeing it before. I'm seeing what's happened. Like here, look. You can just see the remnants of where it's been sharpened. And that one got me, that bit there. Yeah, that's it, look. Because that bit there is so sharp and thin. That's almost like that bit where you could strip the, you could strip the bark off of small stuff that you'd make a twine out of, you know, the fibres, possibly. But the reason I'm showing you that is because of the colour of the flint, right? Look at the colour of the flint. And look at the similar style of flaking, look. You've got the pattern going across there. And look, bulb, look at this thing. And the colours are exactly the same. It's like it was made from the same flint, from the same, wherever they got that from. I'm like a little kid wobbling on, but like, look at this. I suppose you'd call that a thumbnail scraper, wouldn't you, really? Because it's just like lovely. Your thumb sit on there and you scrape like that. But I mean, I'm not sure. Let's have a look round where they would have used it. Yeah, I'm sure it's this side. I'm sure that'd be right then. That makes sense, because look, it gets finer and finer on that edge. Oh, look at the shape. Wait, look at this. Look at that shape. Look at that shape. Look at that. I say only nature can make beautiful shapes like that. Look. Beautiful! What a find! I love it. That was the one I was holding in my hand all the way back the other night, and that I couldn't let go of it. It's just so lush. Mwah. Oh. And it's like I'm getting it's like a toolkit from the same company. Look. Beautiful, love them. Right. I'm going to show you a video on the screen of how they make awls, and awls are for perforating hide, basically depending on how sharp they are. Small holes in wood, and basically it can help work wood, and drilling holes in different types of things. And so I'm just finding out about these, so I'll show you the video. It's going to be speeded up to show you how they make these things. But the thing was, I've never found one before, and so I've learned about what they are. And this is a flake awl, and that's AWL. And so you can see, so that's your drilling surface there. And I tell you what, this one's sharp as well. That is sharp, that drilling surface there. But you've also got, so they said, like this thing, they can be made from points or blades and that. So like you'd have a flake already that was going to be a scraper, and then they'd turn it into one of these if it was a better shape or better for that use. You can see this has probably been a scraper and then turned into it, because it's very sharp along the edge. See this S pattern again, like you keep seeing recurring in the flint. So I'd have been well made up with that, right? Looks like Concord, look. See ya. Even though it's not the prettiest, but it's still a great find, an amazing thing to find, and also I'm learning about it. But oh my god. Hang on, let me just pull myself together. So anyway, if you're drilling, you've got that bit coming round there, and that's taking a bit of wood out, isn't it? That's like a drill. But if you look at a proper drill, and here's one I brought earlier, I think you'll recognise that this, right, so if it's going that way, yeah, it's cutting. Fine. Yeah, so that's the cutting surface, that side there. But you've got two cutting surfaces. As it goes around, it cuts once there, and then it's got the flute there for the stuff to come out, and then it cuts again. It's almost got that scraper pattern shape, like I said here, where that bit is, and it's got the cortex left round here. Look, it's got to be textbook. Now, right, it's got some weight to it, this, and this is stronger than you think, right? But look, I'll get it over the back again so it works. This is unbelievable. This is a bit of a sheet like that. So So it goes one way, look, like there, see that? Now look. And then the other way, at an angle. Just like the drill bit, look. There. I'm stunned by this. Now, someone might be able to help me, but I mean, how old can this be? I mean, I know they made them in the Paleolithic, but you know, you've got to ask yourself, this is some refinement, this is. Look at the depth of this. This has been made by a master, hasn't it? Look at that. Christ. It's giving me palpitations. Honestly, if I hadn't ever found a hand axe, this would 100% be the nicest thing I've ever found. The feel of this is amazing. You can feel them ripples from this bulb here. Obviously that's a flake, but so they've took that edge which is left here and made that, and as you're seeing on the video, you're seeing how they make them. So they start off with a flake, maybe from a prepared cord, they end up with the flake, sharpen that up, retouch it, like you see all the retouching on it, and then lead it up to this point, and then they use pressure flaking where they press down with a bit of antler in a downwards, outwards way from the other side to take a flake off like that. And this is the result. The most beautiful piece of flint I own. How could anyone who walked the beach and found that then sell that? Oh my God. Thanks again to all the new subscribers, I love it. But I don't love anything else.